Welcome to HornAfrica Insight, your source for East Africa's top headlines. Today, we cover a leaked document on Ethiopia's alleged Su-35 jet deal with Russia, Ethiopia's Koysha Dam reaching 72% completion, Taiwan's National Day in Somaliland, the World Bank's new growth forecast for sub-Saharan Africa, and Eritrea's response to Ethiopia's recent parliament remarks on the Red Sea and Blue Nile. 5 stories shaping the Horn. Subscribe, hit the bell, and let's dive in. A leaked document allegedly from Russia's defense conglomerate, Rostec, suggests that Ethiopia has signed a contract for 6 Su-35 fighter jets, signaling growing defense cooperation with Moscow. The document, leaked online by hacker collective Black Mirror, includes internal Rostec files showing coded client lists: 231 linked to Ethiopia, 364 to Iran, and 012 to Algeria. If verified, Ethiopia's purchase marks its most significant modern fighter acquisition in years, aimed at strengthening air power amid shifting regional dynamics. The Su-35, one of Russia's most advanced fighters, boasts a top speed of Mach 2.25, a service ceiling of 18,000 meters and a 3,600-kilometer range. Analysts say this reflects Addis Ababa's desire to modernize an air force that has relied on older Soviet aircraft. Ethiopia already operates Su-27 and Su-30 jets, and this deal, if confirmed, would deepen that legacy with enhanced radar, electronic warfare, and strike capabilities. The leak's authenticity remains uncertain, but it comes as Ethiopia reestablishes its naval command and expands UAV development, aligning with a broader push to modernize its defense posture. Rostec and the Ethiopian government have declined comment, keeping speculation alive. Key question: could this mark a strategic shift in Ethiopia's defense alignment toward Moscow? Ethiopia's Koysha Dam, its second-largest hydropower project, has reached 72% completion, according to officials from Ethiopian Electric Power. Located along the Omo River, Koysha will generate 1,800 megawatts of clean energy, a major step toward Ethiopia's renewable energy ambitions. Deputy Project Manager Engineer Abane Kafele highlighted the dam's multiple benefits: flood control, local job creation, and economic revitalization through tourism and agriculture around its planned 200 square kilometers artificial lake. Despite challenges from road and financial constraints, recent funding has accelerated work on hydraulic steel and electromechanical installations, putting Koysha on track for completion by 2026. Upon full operation, Koysha will produce 6,460 gigawatt hours annually, supporting industries, powering millions of homes, and bolstering regional power exports. With 5,000 workers employed and local markets emerging nearby, Koysha symbolizes Ethiopia's long-term push toward energy self-sufficiency and economic resilience. Can Koysha's momentum mirror the success of the Renaissance Dam and turn Ethiopia into Africa's renewable energy hub? The Taiwan Representative Office in Somaliland marked Taiwan's 114th National Day under the theme Resilient Taiwan, Resilient Somaliland. Representative Alan C. Liu highlighted Taiwan's global achievements in innovation, health, and governance, emphasizing its top global ranking in healthcare and 6th in world competitiveness. Liu reaffirmed Taiwan's values-based diplomacy, supporting Somaliland through public health, agriculture, and education initiatives. Projects include AI-powered health information systems in Hargeisa hospitals, a new Taiwan medical center, and scholarship programs benefiting over 180 Somaliland students. Recent cooperation also extends to maritime security, as Taiwan and Somaliland signed a Coast Guard cooperation agreement to enhance regional stability. Liu concluded, "Resilient Taiwan, resilient Somaliland, together we build a brighter future." The World Bank has raised its 2025 growth forecast for sub-Saharan Africa to 3.8%, up from 3.5%, citing easing inflation, stable exchange rates, and improving investor confidence. The bank expects growth to average 4.4% annually over the next 2 years, with major economies like Ethiopia, Nigeria, and Côte d'Ivoire leading the recovery. Median inflation is now below 4%, and many African currencies have rebounded following a softer US dollar. These shifts have created room for interest rate cuts and renewed private investment. However, the report warns that job creation remains the region's biggest challenge, with 3/4 of workers in informal sectors. Rising youth frustration seen in protests across Kenya and Nigeria highlights the urgency for inclusive economic reforms. The World Bank urges governments to focus on small and medium enterprises, fair wages, and sustainable job programs. Despite lingering global uncertainties, sub-Saharan Africa shows signs of resilience and adaptability, a cautious but hopeful recovery story. Eritrea's Information Minister Yemane G. Meskel publicly criticized Ethiopia's parliament speech on the two waters concept, referring to the Red Sea and Blue Nile, calling it bizarre and mind-boggling. In his post on X, Yemane said the analogy between the two waters lacks geographical or legal logic, labeling it a political distraction meant to justify territorial ambitions. He described the remarks as comical delusion, but warned they risk inflaming tensions in an already fragile region. His statement follows Ethiopian President Haile Selassie's comments, highlighting Ethiopia's strategic interests in both waterways. This exchange underscores rising diplomatic friction between Asmara and Addis Ababa, as both nations navigate complex regional issues, from border tensions to maritime access debates. Analysts say rhetoric from either side could harden positions, but sustained diplomacy remains essential to prevent escalation. Will dialogue or rivalry define the next chapter of Ethiopia-Eritrea relations? From Ethiopia's Su-35 rumors to Eritrea's fiery response, the Horn never sleeps. If you enjoyed this update, like, share, and subscribe for more balanced coverage across East Africa. Follow us on X for real-time updates. This is HornAfrica Insight, where East Africa's story shines. #HornAfrica Insight.